Katie and welcome to my channel. I am new to YouTube. I wanted to start a YouTube channel and start making videos on pregnancy, and this is my first pregnancy. I'm due in August of 2020, so exciting. And this first video in particular I wanted to make is all about, sorry, my kitty's here. Sydney, you want to say hi? So this first video, like I said, I wanted to make it all about gender wives' tale predictions. I've been pretty much obsessed with them for a while because I don't know the gender of the baby yet. I'm currently about 20 weeks and we go in on Friday to find out the gender of our baby. It's crazy. So exciting. So before I get started, I want to give you a little bit of background. So I live in northern Vermont. I just moved back here from California. I was living in San Francisco Bay for about 5 years or so with my now husband, and we moved back last June. So we've been back in Vermont for almost a year, which has been really nice. It feels great to be back home with family. I have a big family. I actually have 5 brothers and sisters. 3 of those siblings are older brothers. So I personally really want a boy as my first one. I want more than one kid, I know that already. But for my first baby, I really want a boy just because I think having a big brother, it's just such a special thing to have. So here is our baby. This was at our, I think I was 11, maybe 10 and a half, 11 weeks at this point. This was our first ultrasound, and we haven't seen our baby since, so Friday will be very exciting. Okay, so without any more blabbling, I think I just made that word up, I like it. Let's get into gender prediction wives' tales. Okay, so I have a whole big list here of a bunch of them that I've been kind of going over, and I've watched so many of these YouTube videos on people doing this, and I just thought it was such a fun idea. I know none of them are really meaningful, but they're just fun. It's a fun way to pass the time, especially right now with all of this virus stuff going on and being cooped up in our houses. I've thought this would be a perfect time to kind of learn how to be a part of the YouTube world and how to contribute to that and be a part of that community. I'm really excited. Our first gender prediction is the Chinese calendar. If you don't know, the Chinese calendar is where you put in your age, so my age at conception of the baby and the month that we conceived. So I was 28 and it was in November of 2019. So I got girl. Okay, the next one, and these are like really in no particular order. They're just kind of random as I found them online. So moving on, the next one is skin. So if your skin is more oily and if you are maybe getting more acne than you normally are used to, then that means girl. And if your skin is more dry, that means boy. My skin has been crazy dry, especially like my forehead and everything, but I really haven't noticed any acne or breakouts, thankfully. Okay, the next one is hair. It's said that if your hair becomes thicker and more glossier, and it's said to be a boy, and if it's more dull, if it's breaking a lot, not as shiny, it means girl. And my hair, I think, has pretty much remained pretty much the same. It's definitely grown a lot longer since when I found out, but I also haven't gotten it done since I first found out. I know that this area on me, I usually have almost like bald spots here. I'm not sure why. It's frustrating, but I've definitely gotten more, oh my gosh, you can see my dry skin. Definitely gotten more like little baby hairs growing in. So we're gonna go with boy for that one. All right, the next one, body hair. So it's said that if you have more body hair or if your hair is growing faster than normal, then it's a boy. And if it's just normal, same amount, same growing, then it's a girl. And I really haven't noticed much of a change. I would say, if anything, I've noticed more like dark hair on my belly, kind of around my belly button, which is weird. But overall, like my leg hair, underarm hair, I haven't really noticed that growing any faster or thicker. So, girl. Next one is weight. So it says that if you are kind of gaining your baby weight all over your body, or kind of all over your stomach area, maybe your hips, your back, kind of love handle area, then it's said to be a girl. And if you're only gaining your weight in your belly, sort of more towards the front, then it's a boy. I think so far I haven't gained too much weight overall that I have noticed. I definitely think I'm carrying just in the belly area. I think I'm gonna give that one to the boy. Next one is growing feet, which is such an interesting concept. That one that I had no idea could happen when you get pregnant is that your feet can get bigger, which is weird. My mother-in-law, her feet grew, I think she said with each pregnancy, or maybe just like the initial pregnancy, and then they never changed. But yeah, your feet can get bigger, which is weird. I personally haven't noticed any change. All my shoes still fit. So, girl. Next, heart rate. This one's fun. So this one's one of the more popular ones, one that you'll probably hear a lot, maybe even from your doctor, when you go to your ultrasounds or checkups, whatever. The heart rate, if it's 140 or below, it's said to be a boy. If it's anything higher than 140, it's said to be a girl. At my last appointment, when they took the heart rate of the baby was exactly 140. So, next one is cravings, food. So for the first trimester, I think this is pretty common. I had way more food aversions, like even things that I loved before getting pregnant, like salad. I could eat salad, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But as soon as I got pregnant, I kind of just lost that love. But anyway, so it is said overall that once those cravings do kick in, which is I found more typically to be in the second trimester, once they do, if you're craving more salty, then that means boy. Sour can mean boy too, like if you want like sour candies or things. And sweet means girl. But I also just read online too that that could include things like juices and fruits. And I have been craving a lot of those kind of things, like watermelon, strawberries. Those have been some of my biggest cravings. And like Arnold Palmer's, those are like tea and lemonade mixed together. Oh my God. I couldn't get enough of that in the first trimester. So I'm really torn on this one because food-wise, most likely I'm gonna say like, oh, maybe like cheese or meats or something. But because I have been craving more like fruit and juices, which are things that I never craved before pregnancy, I'm gonna go ahead and give that one to the girl. Next, dreams. Pregnancy dreams are crazy, by the way. They're just a lot more like intense, and you can dream about like kind of scary thing. I've had a lot of like nightmares, a lot more nightmares, I mean. Yeah, just really intense, vivid dreams. So I think that's part of the pregnancy as well. But it's said that if you dream about a certain gender, then you are having the opposite of that gender. I have had like 2 or 3 dreams that it's a girl. So going off of that, boy. Okay, next one. Headaches. Ugh. Headaches. I get headaches at least 4 times a week, I would say. I don't take Tylenol every time I get one. It depends on the severity of them. Sometimes it's just like a sort of slight pounding in my temples. I know it probably has a lot to do with dehydration. I do try and drink a lot of water, but I obviously could drink more. But yeah, if it's said that if you get headaches, then you are having a boy. If you don't, then you're having a girl. So boy. The next one is your face shape. So it's said that if your face becomes like fuller, then that means you're having a girl. If it kind of thins out, then that means boy. And I have a very sort of round, chunky cheek face naturally, very baby face. So I would definitely say, even though my face does kind of look full, just it always does, I actually noticed, especially in this area, is where I tend to be more, where I fill out, where if I'm bloated or if I gain weight, and that's actually gotten thinner. Right, next we'll do head shape. This is not head shape, my head shape. This is head shape of the baby. So it said that if your baby has a more round head, then it's a girl. If it has more of a square head, sorry I keep looking over here, by the way, this is where I'm keeping my list, so I'm referencing that. So anyway, if your baby has a more rounded head, girl, more square, boy, and I don't know, what do you guys think? I think it's very round, obviously. I mean, it's a little baby, but to me, like this, from like here, let me grab like a marker, from like here to here and then down, that looks kind of square to me, I think. I don't know, maybe wishful thinking, but boy. Okay, next one is morning sickness. I guess I should have done this one right in tandem with like headaches and cravings and things. I got morning sickness. It was pretty severe. I would say on average, I probably had to run to the bathroom to you know what, maybe 2 to 3 times a day, most days. Some days it was better, some days it was worse. But I definitely got morning sickness pretty severely. And that really only lasted in my first trimester. It was really interesting. It was like someone just flicked a switch one day and it was gone. It said that if you have morning sickness only in your first trimester, or if you don't have it at all, that's a boy. If you have it in your first trimester and then it continues on in your pregnancy, or if it's very, very severe, that means girl. So I would say, based on that, boy. This next one has to do with mood. Girls, ladies, moods. We have mood swings. We just do. We're up and we're down and we're everywhere because there's things constantly going on in our brains and our bodies. So I would say overall though, with this pregnancy, I definitely have been pretty mellow, pretty positive, just an overall positive mood. And that is said to mean a boy, whereas if you're more moody, if you have more mood swings or highs and lows, that means girl. So I'm going to say overall, another one for the boy. All right, this next one, and one of the last ones, the Ramsey method. And okay, I don't honestly really know what I'm doing here. I think it would probably take a professional to really know and understand this, but basically it has to do with the placenta placement for the mother. If the placenta is placed on the mom's right side, it's a boy. If it's implanted on the left side, it will be a girl. And what you're supposed to do is take a look at your ultrasound. And this was a transvaginal ultrasound, so that's important to keep in mind too. But to me, from just kind of studying, maybe that is the placenta? I have no idea. Help me out, guys. Maybe this is it, that could be it, I don't really know. But to me, I think I'm gonna go ahead and say like this white area up there is the developing placenta. That would be on my right side. So, okay. So there was another fun one that I tried a little while ago with family, with my husband and my mother-in-law. And it was just something I found randomly, I think on another YouTube video, and I just thought it was fun and kind of cute. You have a fork and a spoon, and you have someone place the fork and spoon under cushions for chairs, basically just 2 different areas for you to sit down, and then cover them up so you can't see them. And then you come back into the room, sit down, and whichever one that you choose is what you're having. So if you sit on the seat that has the spoon, it means girl, and if you choose the seat that has the fork, it means boy. And I did this, gosh, maybe like a month or 2 ago, and I chose, all right, let's add it up. Fingers crossed that that's accurate, even though I know none of these are. But again, just really fun to do.